Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News Channel. Now, this is going to be a summary of day one of the VeChain conference in San Francisco. $100 with the door price. I think students could go for free. And this was definitely much more exciting for me than the Cardano conference because this actually had a lot of goodies for investors. Outside of the glorious lunch that they seem to have, VeChain actually held its price and it's actually up about 4% today. I know there's a lot of sell the news things, and some people thought this would retrace, but I think the good news that came out of the conference was enough to actually make the price stay strong. There were many partnerships that people were calling fake partnerships that were confirmed, and a couple of new ones, and a couple of new partnerships that we didn't actually know about that were rumored, but we didn't know about that actually happened. So let's go over the partnerships that we know are actually confirmed. So there's DNVGL, and we know they were using a lifecycle product, but they actually kind of announced that they're moving like a lot of their operations onto VeChain. So that's going to be a lot more transactions and a lot more uses of the chain. We also learned that they are actually working very closely with Deliotte for all the certification processes, and Deliotte is basically almost pretty much a confirmed partnership with VeChain now. In fact, they said they are moving they've moved from Ethereum to VeChain for all their certification processes, and DNVGL is going to do the same thing. So those two are working closely together with VeChain for verification and certification processes. Deliotte is, of course, one of the big four accounting firms. PricewaterhouseCoopers also seems to be working on a large project with VeChain. PwC was already known. And DNVGL was migrating, was sort of already known, but now it's just been confirmed. PwC also says they're working with another big company that is, and both of them are working with VeChain, but that's just rumors right now. We don't actually know what company that is. People have begun speculating, and there's even this speculative sheet on Google Drive, which I'll actually link in the description. And there's plenty of hype and speculation around here. Don't take any of these things to the bank. These are just like dot connections, connecting the dots things, which I personally don't really believe in very much. And this has to do a lot with PwC AirTrace and the hype and the speculation. So I'll link this in the description. I personally don't really take this to heart because it is just speculation. It hasn't been confirmed. And I won't really report it until it's actually confirmed. But there's a lot of speculation that this unknown company could actually be Alibaba that could come onto VeChain, and that would be huge. One of the big retailers, online retailers in China, coming onto VeChain, and that would be massive for the expansion of VeChain. So I'm getting all this from the VeChain megathread. Of course, the Alibaba thing is just rumor right now. And if you really think about VeChain cross to IOTA, VeChain seems to be mainly expanding in China. And like in the Americas and Europe, that seems to be more IOTA. So if VeChain can get Alibaba, maybe IOTA can get Amazon. But I think that's very, very far off speculation. That's basically just like hype. So, but PwC actually was on stage and said this. They're working on a VeChain project with a well-known company. They didn't say the name of the company, but they said, I'm sure you all will know the name very well and it will blow your mind for sure. So that's why people are actually expecting Alibaba. Could be Tencent, could be any of the other companies. It was probably a Chinese company because it is PwC China. So it is probably one of the Chinese companies, and that's why people are speculating Alibaba. But the BMW partnership was actually confirmed. The BMW partnership was actually confirmed today. It's not BMW like global, it's more BMW China. So that's where the actual confusion was. Because people, when they ask BMW, they're always talking about BMW USA. But of course, VeChain's in China. So they were always partnering with BMW China. We know it's confirmed because the BMW spokesperson went on stage and actually said, we are working with VeChain now. And we have been working with VeChain for a long time. The quote is, we worked together with VeChain, as I said, they ran through the startup garage and we continued working with them. So it's kind of a client-based relationship. So it may not be like a partnership, but it is a client-based relationship. BMW is one of VeChain's clients, and from what they said, they kind of wanted to replace Carfax with VeChain. So basically, they want to get like old insurance information and car information, accident information on the blockchain. In this case, VTOR, and they want to basically replace Carfax because a lot of people said Carfax sucks, and they want to replace it with VeChain, which they think is much more dependable than Carfax. So they do have a pretty big project with BMW China. That partnership is confirmed. Could that lead to BMW America and other BMW branches? Maybe, but that's also all speculation right now. For right now, it is only BMW China, but that's still a great partnership. And now people can't spread FUD about that because that has been confirmed by the BMW spokesperson on stage. Deliotte was also confirmed. We talked about that a little earlier. They're working with DNGLV, and they're moving their entire certification process onto VeChain from Ethereum. Maybe not great news for Ethereum, but definitely great news for VeChain. PwC might actually eventually do the same thing. PwC and Deliotte are competitors, by the way. They're both top four accounting firms. So another big thing was the United Nations, UNDP. So UNDP is the United Nations Development Program, and they actually have partnered with VeChain for their carbon emissions project. So it's probably like there's probably a lot of carbon cap calculations, and also carbon cap among like smaller countries, larger countries. So it's part of their carbon emissions program, and they're going to use VeChain for that project. That was completely new. I actually heard one or two rumors about it. I didn't think it was true, but it was confirmed today, and that is really big news. If not anything else, that is really PR boosting and brand name boosting. So VeChain's definitely on the map with several confirmed partnerships and several new partnerships from this summit. And this is exactly what investors want to hear at such summits, and partnerships and usage. So the chain is going to get a lot more busy. There's a lot more competitors coming on. And at least in the Chinese and Asian market, VeChain is definitely leading the way for IoT. There is actual utility on the chain. Every one of these partners is going to use the VTOR ecosystem. And that means they're going to need VTOR tokens. And that means VET will be in demand because VET can generate VTOR tokens. So they had a lot of speakers, including OceanX, Cream, Deliotte, BMW, and of course VeChain's CEO. This was probably the best result I could have actually hoped for from the VeChain summit, and I think price will hold pretty strong because of this, because the summit actually did live up to the hype. They did confirm several partnerships. No one can actually say it's a scam now. A lot of the partnerships have been confirmed, and they're actually all using the VTOR token, which helps both VTOR and VeChain. So I actually do see VeChain as one of the highest growth potentials in the next bull run. And even without a bull run, I actually do expect price to grow in VeChain. As they are garnering more partners, there is a lot of hype and speculation on VeChain, and the summit has delivered as promised. So VeChain, very bullish, complete opposite from IOHK summit. Really good news for investors, and people should be excited about their investment in VeChain because of the confirmed partnerships. I think VeChain will be a top 15 coin within a year. Probably more, but top 15 just to be safe. All right, that is the report right now. Check out my Twitter. It's in my description. If you like my content, please like and retweet. Thank you and have a nice day.